Konnichiwa, hope everyone's good. So I thought I would do a real quick video on my long-term winter bug out bag, designed more for homelessness, because that's the only realistic reason I'm going to be needing a bug out bag. Realistically though, if I lose the house, I'll just grab my passport, some money and go to Japan and live with my girlfriend. But if I break up with her, then I would have to live out of this. So I'll just get straight into it. On the front is probably one of the most awesome heavy duty jackets you can get. It's the Swiss M70 Snipers Smock. You can get them for 10 to £20, so they're real cheap. Very heavy duty. This thing is built like a tank. Tons of huge pockets. You can carry a lot of gear in this. It's got loads of attachment points and big heavy duty clips. A giant pocket in the back. It's similar to the field jacket. Only difference is the Snipers version has got the hood, and some people cut this out, but I was lucky enough to get one with the camouflage mosquito net. The field jacket doesn't have the mosquito net or the hood, so it's just a straight jacket. But it's an awesome jacket. I highly recommend. And this is the Bundeswehr German Army Hofshelter / poncho. It's a very versatile shelter. And I've got some Karrimor trekking poles to go with it for setting it up. I've had these for a while now, and these are about the best trekking poles I've ever used. I've set shelters up with this in high winds and they've never bent or anything like that. They're aluminium. I wouldn't bother with the crappy Ponzi fiberglass ones. They're no good, in my opinion. And I've also got some mixture of MSR groundhog stakes in Snow Peak heavy duty rough ground stakes as well in there, as well as some guide ropes as well. And on top of that, like I say, it makes one of the most badass ponchos, so nobody's going to mess with you if they see you wearing that. So only downside to this is it's not 100% waterproof. So I used Fabseal to waterproof it. I wouldn't buy these spray cans though. This wasn't enough to do half of that. I would get the 5 litre jerry cans. I got one of those. I finished that off. I had enough for the bivy bag that's in here as well. And I probably got enough to do the Lavu, the Hungarian Lavu as well. So I wouldn't bother with those spray cans. But anyway, on the top, got the British Army Arctic sleeping bag, which goes down to -10. I've just got it in a bin bag because this didn't come with the compression sack. So I'll get around to buying one of those or making one of those at some point. But for now, just in the bin liner. But But it's a great bag, like I say. -10, which is all you really need for the UK. And on the sides, got the Robins Loggerwood stove. The Trangia alcohol burner. I can also burn wood in the stove as well. Some coffee. I keep on using these, so I have to get more of those. Got the Osprey water bottle. This and the Swiss M84 is about the only water bottles that I trust not to leak. Only bottles I've never had any problems with. And then in here, got the Crusader cup. And for now, that's all I've got for cooking and purifying water in. I'm looking to get a titanium MSR Titan kettle or a Snow Peak. But that's that for now. And in this pocket, got a Schmag, Kamenga H3 compass, awesome compass, very heavy duty, about the only one that I trust not to break. Best multi-tool ever made, Victorinox Swiss tool, at least it's the best in my opinion. Got a safety razor, it's a Gillette, old one, made in USA. I am boycotting Gillette, but this was made that long ago. Gillette's not going to make any profit from me using this, and I'm not buying Gillette razors. I'm using Feather, which are better than Gillette anyway. I'll need to stock up on these because there's only 2 in this pack, but can do that another time. Then in here, for entertainment purposes and for making money, if I need to busker on the street, got the Suzuki Overdrive harmonica. And some number 36 bank line. I think that's all that's in there. I got a toothbrush. The cover for the canteen, in case I want to save some space in the bag. I can throw this on the belt. Grandpa Company Pine Tar soap. Got tons of these. They're awesome. Toilet paper. Random bag of stuff. Got the Falkniven DC4. Flint and striker with some chalk cloth and some more denim to use as chalk cloth. Exotac Nano Striker match case filled with lifeboat matches and a few heavy duty sail needles. Big ass ferro rod. and the Bundeswehr German Army personal sewing kit, which is filled with a ton of thread and needles and safety pins. It's also got some seal needles in there as well. Wool thread, normal thread, Kevlar thread. It's a good kit. Got that from Varstaleka as well. The bivy bag, which is a Dutch NATO Gore-Tex bivy, very heavy duty as well. I can't remember where I got it, but I've also checked this with the Fab Seal as well, and I've tested it out. I don't really need the Bundeswehr half shelter with this, but having the half shelter acts as an extra windbreak, and I can build more of a super shelter with it as well. Got the hand howitzer slingshot, some fat wood. Need to get some more, but the woodland in my area is plentiful of that. Got the Bundeswehr folding sleeping mat. Not much good during winter, but I can build a browse bed and put this on top, and it'll protect the bivy bag, so it's well worth putting in there just for that. And I've got some spare clothes. I've got 2 wool military jumpers, some gloves, wool hat, and I've got an extreme cold weather mask. So it's probably a little bit overkill, but I would rather smooth it than rough it in a survival situation, which is what homelessness is. And I've got some heavy duty 3mm thick wool socks that my grandmother made for sleeping in, and I'll be sticking some merino wool for daytime use, and some Swiss gaiters, and the best saw ever made, Silky Gomboy 210. And this thing, I'm still toying with the idea of keeping it in here. I might just replace it with a cold steel tomahawk, but it's the Condor heavy duty cookery. Can do a lot with it, but it's not really something I want to get caught with. You can go to prison. I suppose if you're homeless you can get away with it though. You can just say you need it to process firewood and whatnot. But I'd rather just have the cold steel tomahawk head and build handles for it. But still toying with the idea of keeping this in there. But I know this is one tool that'll definitely never let me down. And the bag itself is the Norwegian Ludwig. There's still plenty of space for other gear in here. Like I say, I'm still playing around with it. There's still a few things that I want to add. I might take some things out to lighten the load, replace it with more modern gear, but like I say, the older stuff, surplus stuff, is more reliable and equivalents are just very expensive. And I don't know if I forgot to mention, but the bag weighs 22 pounds without a full water bottle. And one more item I will add, which is like my pride and joy. It's the one thing I would never part with. I searched ages to find this thing, and it's probably one of the best pieces of survival gear you're going to need in the winter. I got a Bulgarian 1980s 100% wool greatcoat. This thing is freaking awesome. It's got the fur collar and it's just super warm. Obviously with greatcoats you can also use them as a wool blanket as well. So weighs a ton, but it's just a life-saving piece of equipment. It'll keep you warm no matter what. So that's pretty much my cold weather long-term bug out bag. I'm putting together a first aid kit for it as well, but I might just throw in my normal ADC first aid kit. I forgot to show that in my last ADC update, so I left it in the car, but I'll show the contents of that next video. I've changed a few things with it. Well, one or two things. Not a lot, but a few things have changed. But anyway, that is my long-term cold weather homelessness bug out bag as it stands at the minute. Like I say, a few things I want to change with it, but thanks for watching. Chana.